welcome back to those we met before, and welcome to our new guests to our class today. And we have a very, very interesting topic to discuss with you. But as always, we start with introductions, and let me introduce myself. My name is Katya Dmitrieva. I'm intuitive life coach and founder and one of the teachers in Intuitive Life Coaching Academy, where we teach and certify intuitive life coaches. And so I'm very happy to be here to see some new faces and see people that already joined our classes. Welcome back. And as a tradition of our classes, we will quickly go around and introduce ourselves so we want to hear your beautiful voices. And so please say hi to us.
A little bit. Good evening, everyone. I really was excited about this topic because I think the topic of like placebo is to me, I feel like so often when we talk about placebo, we think about placebo, we think of it's like, oh, it's like this fake thing. Like, it's like they do these, drug studies, and they talk about, the placebo effect works about this percentage of the time and the drug works this percentage. So, whether it works or not kind of thing. But that's kind of how I always thought of it, as like this kind of fake thing. And then, I thought about it a lot and just realized placebo is actually super powerful. It's the power that we have. It's the power of our mind. It's the power that all of us have within us, not just to heal, but to grow. And it really boils down to belief or faith. So it's the faith that we have. And when we have this really strong, unshakable faith in it, like it can move mountains. And, I hear stories of people doing amazing things just from the power of belief. And then you also have the flip side, stories of like crazy. So for example, a story that I heard was they did a cancer treatment, and they were testing a new type of chemotherapy, and they gave one group of people the chemotherapy, and one group of people, they just gave them saline injections. And the group that had the chemotherapy, they all lost their hair. That was a common side effect of the chemotherapy. The group that had no chemotherapy, a third of them lost their hair. There's no reason that these people lost their hair other than the fact that they just believed that they were going to lose their hair, because they thought, I have cancer, I'm getting therapy, I'm going to lose my hair. And it just goes to show like how powerful our mind is, whether we give it negative beliefs or positive beliefs. And for me personally, something that I think about a lot and work with is around like pregnancy and childbirth. And it's a place that, it's really important to me, because I think we get so many negative messages about childbirth, and it's so hard and it's so painful, and you have and breastfeeding, is so hard. All of these, as women, we get a lot of negative messages about this. And for me, I grew up very differently, and I believe, like, I grew up being around birth and seeing it in a very different way. And so I always believed, like, I can do it. It's not that hard. Excuse me. It's not that hard. It's going to be okay. Even if it is hard, like, I can do it. And I had this very, very strong belief in myself. And I think as a result of my belief, my birth, I had 3 babies, and they were all pretty easy, and they all went really well. And even when I did in my last pregnancy, did encounter some issues, and some risk factors came up that I had to address. It was still, I believed so powerfully, like, no, I can do this, and my body can do this, and I'll be okay, that it really helped me get through that really difficult time. And that really, whereas most people would have, likely ended up in a very different situation, I still was able to have a really easy, powerful experience. So that's just kind of what I was thinking about personally, how I struggle a lot in my life to believe in myself so deeply in other areas. And so that's something that I've been personally thinking about a lot, is how can I harness that deep belief in myself that I had in this area of my life in other areas too? And for me, that really is the placebo effect of really harnessing my own power and my own ability to like believe so deeply that it's just true and it's going to be true. So that's that was my perspective on it.
Thank you so much. I love that this like personal stories and how we can apply that in our life, right? When it's not only the stories that we hear, like a fairy tale is a fairy tale stories, but the real stories that happen with us, with real people. But today we will go a little bit even deeper, and we will talk about the power of intuition and the power of placebo effect in intuition. So you probably met people, and maybe you are one of those people who, like, whenever you make a decision, it's always like a right decision. Or whenever you you can predict some things, or you can see where the situation will go. And it means that you have a very strong intuition. And not only that you have a very strong intuition, it also means that you trust your intuition and you take an action on your intuition. And it means also that people who have very strong intuitive sense, but also who take an action, who are actively using their intuition, it means that they went through the whole process of creating the right mindset for that. So, you know, kind of like there is a little bit like a mind bending twist that you can train and boost your intuition using this psychological phenomena that we call placebo effect. And the placebo effect in medicine, as we talked about, like a sugar pill, right? Convincing you that you're receiving the active treatment when you are not. But the same principle can be applied in many different other situations. And of course, in learning your intuition and connecting with your intuition, in supercharging your intuition. So how do we do that? What Asya already mentioned, belief is everything. Like the strongest belief in yourself, the strongest belief in good, saved people's lives. A good example of it, like during really hard times, during, for example, times when people were during the Second World War in concentration camps, when they were starving during the siege of Leningrad, and they had no food. But they had this strong conviction, belief that like they will persevere, they will survive. So the survival mechanism kicks in, and what helps it is a strong belief that you will be able to make it. And that's why for people who don't have hope, don't have faith, don't have conviction, don't have their trust in intuition, at times it's really hard. These are the people who you know, life for them is very hard. They constantly question themselves. They constantly focus on the negative. They live in their limiting beliefs. So having a strong belief, having a strong belief system, faith, hope, is very, very important. So also, like, similarly, believing in your intuition can amplify your perceptive abilities. And trust and belief are key. And once you believe, you have a heightened sense of intuition, your mind starts to kind of filter information in more profound ways. So you kind of like, if you tell your mind that yes, I do have intuition. Yes, I want to amplify my intuition. I want to work on it. So it starts to create like the pathways for you to really connect with your intuition, to really heighten your intuition. Um, Also, the expectation creates reality. If you expect to become more intuitive, your brain will heighten its awareness, and it starts catching this even subtle signals and patterns you previously missed, right? So, in other words, you will become more attentive. You will start noticing this small subtle signs of intuition. Have you noticed that, for example, you bought a new car, and before you bought that car, you almost never ever saw this car of the same color, the same brand on the roads. And all of a sudden, when you bought this car, every second car on the road is that car. Why? Is it magically everybody went to the dealership and bought the same car? Probably not. Very small chance of that happening. What really happened is that your mind started to focus, to pay attention, starting to recognize similar, right? Or recognize something that it's paying attention to. The same thing, very similar, it will happen with your intuition. So if you say, yes, my expectation, my desire, my faith, my hope, my belief that I have a strong intuition, and I'm just going to develop it even more, will help you to really connect with your intuition. It really increases your awareness as your mind becomes more attuned to the environment and like emotional undercurrents around you. That's for sure. Then self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you trust your gut, the more your brain reinforces those pathways, increasing your accuracy and confidence. It's like the more you put into your 401k plan, the more company matches that amount, right? So kind of rewarding you. It's some kind of a reward. And increases your accuracy and your confidence. So it's a very positive feedback loop. So a beautiful intuitive circle that keeps building upon itself, like snowball, right? It's just once it's started rolling, it just becomes bigger and bigger. So more you put attention, more you give it thought, more you give it conviction, more you give it your space in your psyche, in your mind, the stronger, the better your intuitive voice becomes. So then we will focus today on creating that intuitive pill. What I'm inviting you to do is we will do something tangible. In the academy, in all our classes, we are big believers and strong believers in tangibility of intuition and tangibility of, in things like intuition, energy, and we would like to invite you to see that tangibility yourself. So I would invite you to find a small object, like maybe a crystal, a coin, or something small. Maybe you can find something in front of you. Don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be something like, big. Like, for example, I will get this beautiful tiger eye stone fox. So just get something that you would enjoy looking at, something that has a positive energy for you. So, and we will decide that this object is your intuition activator. So everybody grabbed something? Can you show me what you have? Oh, okay. So I think, okay. So let me, I don't know what Loretta, I think, shared a screen or something. Okay. Let me stop. Okay. So please show us. Okay, you have a crystal, you have a stone. Dave, what did you get? Okay, so just something small and maybe cute. Okay, so what we will do, and we will go through the process like of visualization, meditation, where we will actually be infusing, activating this object to become our intuition reminder, our intuition activator. So that when you look at it, or even more when you grab it and hold it in your hands, it will immediately send the right energy, the right thought into your subconscious of activating and putting yourself on intuition track, opening yourself to your intuition. So, and let's do the intention. Intentions are very important in everything, in our life, in intuitive work, in life coaching work. Intention setting is the key. So hold your intuition pill in your hands and take few deep breaths in. So take a nice deep breath in. Maybe let's take few breaths. And let's set up a clear intention. The intention, for example, will be that the pill activates my intuition and helps me see the unseen. Or with this pill, with this thing, I'm deeply connected to my inner wisdom and higher self. Whatever it is that represents for you a higher power, spirit guides, God, higher energy, higher power, light, whatever it is. So by connecting with this thing, your intention is to connect with your higher self, with your spirit guides, with God, and activate your intuition, and to help you to see the unseen, feel things that you can't feel otherwise, sense, hear, use all your clairs, heighten your clairs. So say something that resonates for you in opening up to your intuition. So say those words, that with this pill, I am deeply connected to my inner wisdom and higher self. Or with this pill, I'm able to open my third eye and see, feel, hear more. And always add that, let it be, let it happen for the highest good of everyone and yourself, right? That we are bringing light and love, that it's not going to do anything to harm anyone around you. So this is an important thing. So I will give you a second, and I want you to have that conversation with your intuition. calling your intuition and asking it to be of service, of help, of support for you. So whatever it is. And please share after that in the chat, what is that call for intuition you were able to create? Like, what did you say? What is the intention you are setting? Set the intention to connect with your intuition. And be as specific and as clear as you can. Just saying, connect me with my intuition, it's a very general thing. Think of what's important for you in intuition. What do you want it for? How do you want to use it? What do you want to learn in terms of your intuition and your abilities? Do you want to open them up, activate? Do you want to develop them? Do you want to start trusting your intuition? Do you want to expand your knowledge and connect with all your clairs? So I will give you a minute to connect and create your own intention. Okay. So let's see what you came up with. Anybody would like to share their intention? Because remember, when we say it out loud, or like why vision boards are so powerful, because we create that, we can see it and everybody else can see it. So we give it more energy to come to fruition. Anybody would like to? So Bay is saying that with this peel, I intend to better myself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically every day so that I can make my ancestors proud, so that I can better help mankind. I love that. Thank you so much. So Jalixa said that Reiki healing, let it all work out and not forcing the energy, as it knows and trusts in life force energy. Absolutely. Anybody would like to share their intention? Just Dave, what's your intention? Yeah, unmute yourself.
Am I good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, mine would be I would ask my intuition, and I guess spirit guides, which is kind of a new thing for me, the concept of spirit guides, but to show me the way to kind of happiness and the brighter parts of things, rather than just help me to avoid danger and fear. Do you know what I mean? Because I think that my intuition is very much about avoiding danger. Because I have had danger in my life, trust me, and situations. So it's about avoiding things like that. But that's okay. But I think then there's a tendency to kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
for it to be fearful and life to be, you're always looking for problems where you're kind of seeing them. But, there's that saying, isn't there? If you're looking on the ground for a penny, you're going to find a penny. But if you're never looking in the sky for $100 bills, you don't find you only find the pennies on the ground, right? If you're always looking on the ground. So I think I have intuition, but I want to look for the good things too, not just avoid the fearful things. So that's what I would ask my intuition for.
I love that, because what you were talking about, that we all come to life with a basic packet of fight and flight, right? To avoid
Yeah.
to avoid danger, to avoid death, to run away from tiger.
Well, in the last class, which was only Monday, I think, wasn't it? Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday. I think something that resonated with me after I went for a walk after, and I thought, there's something was, and it's just slipped my mind now. Why did it do that? It was, what's it like to be inside you? What's it like to be inside Dave? We know everybody else. We can look at them. What's it like? What is that vibration? And I thought about my younger life, and just what kind of a vibration was set up in that young Dave, that still maybe is not lurking, that's not really, that's kind of like derogatory, but what is still there, that's not really serving the same purpose that it did when I was young, when I was a kid, small kid, that's still sticking around a bit. So I think the same thing with intuition. It's like, if you're a kid and you're in very kind of like intense circumstances, you become very attuned into everybody else and very much about making sure you survive, you know what I mean? And often that can mean kind of trying to work your family members around you a bit, you know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe just to be a bit lighter, live life, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and by raising your vibration, what we talked about on Tuesday, you will be able to kind of like get in a way, by raising your vibration, you will be able to also get on a more positive side of intuition, right?
I think so, because I definitely, I think, I believe, honestly, that I have a vibration that's very there. It's very, very, it's kind of very strong, because, I seem to attract these same situations. And even my friends have commented, oh, that could only happen to you. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, why is that? Why is that? And I don't like it. So that's kind of what I've been thinking lately, is just what is this vibrator? Because it's new, it's somewhat new to me. I'm aware of the concept, but not in the same way that you guys seem to be honed into it.
Yeah, I think you should give yourself more credit. And also, I've seen you in action when we did some intuitive exercises, and you were spot on. Like you have really strong intuition. It's just a way of trusting it, believing in it, and practicing it, and seeing also the more higher vibrational positive side of it as well.
Well, I would like that. Because I don't just want intuition if it's just telling me like dangerous things are coming. You know what I mean? And because there dangerous things are coming in life. Everybody dies, right? And I don't want it to just be, oh, you kind of know bad shit before it arrives. I want it to be, I would, because who the hell wants to like enhance that? Really? Do you know what I mean? I want to just. I like the idea of intuition, but I want it to be something positive too.
Absolutely. Good. And you are working towards that. Definitely. I see it very well. Thank you so much, Dave, for sharing. Genietta, you raised your hand, I think.
Yes. I just wanted to say really quickly to Dave, I noticed you said things happen to you. And I would like to encourage you to rephrase or reframe, because things are happening for you. And those things are going to continue to come up and show up until you can see the purpose and the reason or what it's trying to show you, because everything is there. Everything happens for you to come to the point of self-actualization and to, get deeper into, noticing what your triggers are and, things like that. So everything happens for you. The universe is here to serve you. So whatever you need to get to that next level, those things will happen. And so it may feel negative, it may seem negative, but if you take a moment and say, okay, this is happening for me to learn what, or for me to realize what.
I love that. Thank you so much, because what you are talking about is reframing. What is reframing? And we use reframing in intuitive life coaching a lot. It's shifting from negative to somewhat positive or more positive perspective, right? And yes, so because when life happens, when we are more negative, right, it brings us to a place of becoming a victim, or being like always, someone is there to get us or to hurt us, and it changes. This reframing is kind of bringing your power back to you, right? So that you are in charge of your life and you are in charge of your experiences. And as with a fight and flight response, you can always protect yourself from danger, but you're also open to great things to happen to you. You are open to expanding your intuition. You are open to working with your intuition for the good of yourself and the mankind. So this is a beautiful comment. Thank you so much. And I see that Star said to increase her relationship with God and to decrease negative energy in her life and be a light for those around me. Beautiful. Absolutely. Raising the vibration, connecting with your intuition does connect you closer to God, does connect you closer to light, to positive, healing, powerful vibrations that get us out of the lower vibrational levels of being a victim, being angry, being ungrateful, being, deceiving. All these things exist on a more lower vibrational things. But don't think that if you open your intuition, all of a sudden you become you will become perfect, right? You will always be light and love. No, all human feelings and emotions are normal. We are human, like a friendly reminder. And we will have ups and downs, even when we are going to be as close as possible to high vibrations, to higher self, to God, and to our spirit guides, and to everything that is light, right? But don't be hard on yourselves. Don't be like, oh, failure, or I did the wrong thing, or we're constantly putting ourselves down, we're constantly questioning ourselves, we're constantly our worst enemies, right? So just know that on your path to self-discovery, on your path to connecting with your intuition, there will be ups and downs. And there will be very powerful moments of realizations, awakening, finding that deeper meaning and connection with the world, with yourself. And then there will be moments when you will be like, no, it's not happening, or it's a bad day, or I'm struggling and suffering, especially for empaths and intuitives. Especially for us, we are so sensitive, right? We are so like we are so judgmental with ourselves. We love the whole world, but we are our worst judges. So I'm just inviting you, while you are opening yourself and while you are taking your intuition pill, be kind, respectful, understanding with yourself. So that's an important message. So let's do the enhancement of the pill we just took, our intuitive pill. So what I'm inviting you to do is visualize. You can close your eyes. You can visualize a warm golden light filling your mind and your soul and your body, clearing away all doubts, all not good enoughs, all like, I'm not sure. Everything that doesn't serve you on your path to awakening, that doesn't help you to be authentic, doesn't help you to help others. So with this warm golden light filling your psyche, your mind, your body, clear away. Imagine on the out breath, on your exhalation, like how you're clearing away all your doubts and heightening your awareness. The big first step with intuitive development, with this pill to take on a positive action effect, to be effective, is to heighten your awareness, is to open up yourself to awareness, to your consciousness. And picture your mind like a powerful radar, ready to pick up on the subtle signals and energies around you. So picture yourself as a powerful radar, ready to pick up on the subtle signals and energies around you.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Did you say radar?
Yeah.
Radar?
Yeah.
How do you spell that word?
radar.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Radar.
Radar.
Radar. Okay. Yes, radar.
Radar.
I would say in Russian it's radar.
Yeah, radar almost sounds like radar. You are raiding something.
Yeah. So radar. Radar.
Radar. Radar.
Radar.
Yeah, dar.
Yes. So envision, picture yourself, picture your mind like a powerful radar. See, I'm learning too. That will pick up even subtle signals and energies around you. And in your mind, I'm inviting you to think of a daily ritual and commit to that daily ritual. That's very important. We can create different things, but when we are not consistent, when we can't commit, we drop it and then it never happens. A lot of people say, oh, it didn't work. Why it didn't work? Because you dropped it, because you did it for 3 days and then, why you have pain in your back? You went back to the gym and you went there once and then and then it never happened again. So I'm talking to myself right now about that. So yeah, let's create a daily ritual, like each morning or before an important moment in the day, like making a decision, getting on a call with someone important, or sitting down to create something for your work. Take a moment to hold your intuition peel and focus on your intention. So you can take a deep breath in and imagine swallowing the peel. And you can feel kind of the inner wisdom awakening and aligning with your highest good. So think of the ritual of how you will actually interact with your intuition peel, how you are going to, what are you going to do, to say? Like now you have the intention. So I'm inviting you to write it down. So you can still remember. Take a pen and a piece of paper if you have it in front of you, and write down that intention statement you're opening. And it's okay, you can change it. Like, for example, at the beginning, you can say, oh, I want to open up my intuition, or I want to start trusting my intuition. And then once you start trusting it more and more, you can say, oh, I would like to develop my intuitive clairs, or I want to now connect my intuition with my work. I want to, whatever it is. So it can change, but having the intention put into the intuition peel. And then create a ritual. Maybe you will hold it in your hands and will say the intention 3 times. Maybe if you're a Reiki master, you can put like a Reiki symbol. You can put chikorée into your intuition peel. Maybe it can be something where you will do a prayer, or sing a song, or do a little dance, whatever it is that can connect you, bring you, take you out of that monkey mind, out of that state of self-doubt, out of state of kind of shake yourself out of that doubt, limiting beliefs, and will connect you and will create more pathways to remembering, okay, what am I doing? I'm connecting with my intuition. I have this intention. I'm holding my intuition peel. I'm really doing it now. And feeling proud for yourself that you are actually putting effort, that you're like, our highest power is always response when we put effort, when we take action, when we do something about it. Because a lot of people have bitter feelings of something not happening for them, but if you look at what they're really doing, you will see that they either do nothing, or they constantly think that it's somebody else's fault, right? Not taking responsibility. So be honest with yourself, right? What do you have to let go of? What do you have to work on to be able to, that this pill is really effective? Like we take vitamins, and now they say that if you take this vitamin, without that vitamin, or without fat, or without this vitamin will not work, right? The same thing. Like, think about what can heighten your intuition, and definitely letting go, releasing your limiting beliefs about your own abilities, releasing this like chatter of other people or their opinions or how they see it, or doubts that you accumulated throughout life and negativity. So think about this daily ritual and commit to that. Like, please put in the chat who wants to stay in our group, and we will create like a group of for accountability. Like, who wants to be kept accountable and say that they are committing to expanding their intuition or working on their intuition, learning how to trust it. So just put it in the chat if you are ready. Or if you are not ready, also put it in the chat and say, I'm still very apprehensive. I'm still not sure about that. So it's okay too. And my big recommendation is to keep we can call it a wisdom journal, where you every time your intuition was spot on, you kind of make a note. And when every time your intuition was not spot on, you also make a note. Why? We need to know not only our wins and victories, but also our failures. Because when we learn, then we will learn what our intuition is not. Right? It's also very important knowledge. Like, when don't only put things that, I was right here, I was, but like, you know what? I thought it was this and it did not happen to be. And then it was like, okay, maybe that day I was too emotional. Maybe that day I was too much in my fear mode, or I didn't sleep well, or you will be able to understand your failures and improve. So keeping that journal, and also keeping the journal of when you made the decision based on your gut feeling, and when you made the decision based on other people's opinions or what your logical mind was telling you, right? So with that, you will also be able to identify what is just logics, what are the people's opinions, what is your fear, what is your wishful thinking versus your intuition. And also wanted to mention that a lot of people call intuition their gut feeling. And it's a very generalized thing to say, because every person has their own unique intuitive calling card, which means the way your intuition shows up in your body, in your energy field. And for some people, it's in the gut. For some people, it's in the hands, in the expansion of their heart, in pressure against their third eye. It could be so different. So see how we like to generalize everything, right? Or use self-help books, right? Like, do 1, do 2, do 3. So, and everybody have to do that. No. Like, we are encouraging you to use your own unique ways of connecting with yourself, connecting with your intuition, because every person has a unique energy. Every person has a unique set of skills and gifts and talents. Every person has a unique intuitive calling card. Every person has a unique connection with higher energies, with light, with God. It's a very personal, very intimate, very unique way. So by calling it a gut feeling, we're really, generalizing it and not giving it enough credit to our uniqueness and to our own ways. So I'm inviting you to really learn. And when you get across psychics, intuitives, empaths, healers who will just say, oh, do it this way. Only this way will work. That's not the right way, right? Because you have your own. Learning your own way will take some time, will take some practice, will take some perseverance, and it's important to learn. So, and also remember that the power of connecting with intuition is within you. And your intuition is not about this object, right? It's about your belief, like a placebo effect, your belief in your inner wisdom and your commitment to nurture it daily. So gift, talent is not enough. There are so many situations when like a person who was born with so many gifts and amazing gifts don't go anywhere because they don't put effort, because they don't work hard, because they don't persevere, because they, drop the ball. And then you will have someone who maybe was not born a genius, right? But they put so much effort, love, perseverance, appreciation for what they're passionate about, that they become the best. And then they surpass those who were gifted by nature. I like to give the example of my friend and I. When we were 15 years old, we were in gymnastics and we tried to do a split. My friend was able to do a split in like 2 weeks. And it took me more than 2 months to do that. But when I did that, I cherished it so much that I practiced every day, that I was able to hold it for a longer time, because it was, I put so much effort and passion and into that, and hard work every day. So the same, like, don't get discouraged, like, oh, someone is more intuitive, someone is more gifted. You decide. You have that power within yourself to decide what you are going to be or how it will be, whether you are really going to open yourself up and practice and get better, or you will drop the ball after first failure, because there will be failures, so many. So just as a placebo can create a real change in your body, this ritual that you create can create a real change in your perception, awareness, and decision-making skills. So our mind is the most, and intuition are the most powerful tools we have. Trusting it, nurturing it, letting this intuition pill be the catalyst for your next level of spiritual awakening and growth and inner guidance. Let it skyrocket you into higher vibrations, in a true connectivity, connection with yourself, with your higher self, with knowing who you are, with your authenticity, with being above lower vibrational things like fear, like limiting beliefs, like all not good enoughs, all perfectionism, which is not helping us, right? So going above and beyond and stay consistent. So I want to look at what you guys said in terms of your commitment. Okay. Mo said, yes, count me in. Love this. Okay, so how about this? Let's meet all of us. Let's have a date. Yeah, so Rita said, I will commit to daily to putting intention to my quartz stone to heighten in all ways enormously all clairs and expansion on higher levels of inner awareness. I love that. Carmen said, committed to connecting with in helping my higher self. I'm always putting energy for others, higher self, forgetting myself. Beautiful. Loretta says, would like to use stone to rub on top of the head, third eye, and temples. Then place stone in front of angel and expect assistance during the day. I love that. So let's commit to a next date. I think we have a meeting planned next Tuesday. Oksana, what is the meeting next Tuesday? Can you remind us what is the topic for the next Tuesday? If you could share with us. You are muted.
Listen to my heart.
Yeah, okay.
Next Tuesday, this Saturday, not this, next Tuesday we will have a intuition relationship.
Okay.
And on a Saturday, we'll have coming out of the spiritual closet.
Oh, I love that. That's a great topic. We will be talking about coming out of the spiritual closet. It's one of my favorite expressions. So, and we can definitely do a chat, right? Yeah. So, I will post. Oksana will post a link to a group, to a Facebook group. Let's use this group to. I will make a post there for our commitment, and let's keep this post going in comments. Keeping each other accountable and checking on each other how we are doing on that. So like every day, doing something small is better than doing nothing, right? So even if it takes you like a second to hold on to your intuition peel for a second, is already something you did. So please follow that group. It's in the chat. Join the group if you are not in this group yet, and we will keep this thing rolling for us to keep each other accountability is very important. So also Oksana shared a link to all our events, and I need to announce that September 17th, September 17th, September 18th, September 19th, and even September 20th, we will have a very special workshop. It's a free workshop on the path to intuition, where we will do a lot of hands-on practice work together in several consecutive days. So it will be a multiple day workshop. And here is the link also in the chat. You can sign up. If you can't make all of these days, register and you will get the replays of the days. Of course, it's beneficial to come to the class and be present and be active, because we will do a lot of practice work, but there will be other benefits and rewards like for those who will come to all the classes. But again, if you can't make some of those classes, you will be you will be able to get the replay. Yeah, so join the group, sign up for the classes, and if you want individual attention, if you have never had a discovery call with me, please schedule a discovery call. Oksana will share the link for the discovery call here. Thank you so much. Yeah, so if you haven't done a discovery call with me before, schedule this time so we can get to know you and see how we can assist and help you to support your intuitive development and your work. So we always finish all our classes with offering a word that resonates with you in the moment. Don't overthink it. Something that comes through for you right now and that you are willing to gift, to share with others. So, Rita, what's your word? You knew that I was going to call you, right?
Well, this is like, to me, I'm feeling like this is just so interesting. Interesting.
Cool.
I had another word, but like it's food. So I was like, I'm not going to say it. I thought yummy.
Yummy. It's a good word. Love that. Asya, what's
interesting? Interesting.
Interesting. Okay, got it. Thank you. Asya, what's your word?
My word. I think intuition.
Thank you. Loretta, what's your word? Just either unmute yourself or put it in the chat. So Mo said inspired. Thank you so much. Bear, what's your word?
I was just going to say inspired. Now I need to think of another word.
No.
Okay.
It's okay. If it's the same word, like that's okay to have the same word. Absolutely.
Right.
Thank you. So who wants to share the word? Star, what's your word?
I got distracted. What's the word is?
Just any word that feels right for you in the moment.
I would say refresh.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so we have inspired, we have another inspired. So if you Lalitha, what's your word?
I thought you were gonna call me next. That's so funny.
See? You see? That's your intuition. So,
That
guys,
was good.
one more request. Stop questioning your intuition, right? Like let's decide, and we can do that also in the group. Let's decide that we will stop questioning our intuition. We will focus that energy into expanding, growing, and developing it. So what is your word?
The word that came to me was peace.
Beautiful. Love that word. Thank you. Dave, what's your word?
I got new and then fresh.
I like that. We have yummy, we have fresh. I like that. Next one will be ice cream. So, Carmen, what's your word? You are muted. You are still muted. No, we can, you are muted. Yeah. So you can Jalix, what's your word?
Alignment.
Very if so, to make sure that I didn't miss anyone. If I missed, just unmute yourself and share your word.
It is Janetta. My word was trust.
Thank you so much. And my word will be placebo. Placebo that now
it was my word. I put it in the chat.
My word is placebo too.
Okay, yes. It's our word today.
So please, in the group, maybe share the picture of your intuition pill. Let's share it, and let's keep each other accountable and do one little thing a day to connect with your intuition, to trust your intuition, to take an action on your intuition and expand your mindset and consciousness and raise your vibration. So thank you so much for joining us today. for everybody who shared, for everybody who participated on in the chat and talk to us. And so I hope to see you next Tuesday and see you on the discovery calls, see you on our, definitely on our week of workshop starting September 17th. And if you have any questions, you know where to find us. You know where we live. You know where to find us. So thank you so much for spending this time with us, and have a wonderful evening. Yes, Rita.
Oh no, I was just saying bye.
Ah,
Bye,
you said
all.
okay.
Nice
Okay.
seeing you all.
See you soon.
Thank you for sharing.
Stay safe, stay connected, stay trusting.
And
Thank you
stay
so
with
much.
us.
And yes, with Oksana. Okay, cool.
Of course.
Bye.
Miracle. That was the word. Miracle.
I love that.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye,
Have a good
guys.
night. Bye.
Bye.